So, yeah, Polo G dropped a whole, I think it's the deluxe. We can listen to that after. Now, I tweeted this morning. I don't know why it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I don't want to really bring too much attention to it, but I still think it's fucked up that if you haven't seen, Hulu created or released a documentary already for the Astrofest tragedy. When did that happen? When was Astrofest 2021 date? It was November 5th and 6th. So it's not even a month after, and somehow they've created a documentary. But at the same time, like, I guess it's so easy to create a documentary now since everything's posted online. We have so much film at our disposal. Editors are fast as fuck. Software is easy to use, but it's just crazy. I didn't want to talk about this necessarily because we get it. Hulu took this down after they were probably going to get canceled. So not only is Netflix canceled, but now Hulu's canceled. I personally, obviously this is super insensitive and way too soon, but you know, I'm still going to use Hulu because I like some of the shows on Netflix and Hulu, but it's still fucked up. They took it down, rightfully so. Shit, I thought I saw a ghost behind me. But the bigger news that we have is that Travis Scott took off Utopia from his bio. Does that mean Utopia is like completely canceled or delayed? I wouldn't be surprised if it was totally canceled and he had to come up with something completely different because he just dropped the songs, you know, Escape Plan, and what was it, Mafia? That was the Dystopia prequel to the Utopia album. And so if Dystopia got fucked up because the Astrofest tragedy quite literally turned into a dystopia with all the shit that went down, RIP to all the victims, and his life is dystopia right now with getting sued out the ass and just, you know, people trying to cancel him, although his sales went up. But yeah, so it seems like he might cancel it or delay it for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if he like comes out with a little mixtape next year, maybe not even next year, maybe the year after that. Take people's minds off that, because if he drops Utopia or something similar to that, people are gonna run with that and post on Twitter like, no, this is not a Utopia. I can't believe that he would drop an album named that after what he did, blah, blah, blah. So he might delayed 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's 100% delayed, but I don't know. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if he drops a mixtape before. He's on a 1-year suspension. Bro, it's like Kyrie. He's not taking the COVID vaccine, so he can't play this year. That's all it is. I feel bad for the guy, though. I feel bad for him. And the thing is, it's going to affect SoFaygo's career a little bit, too, I feel like. Not necessarily like the cancel shit, but it'll delay his music, too, potentially, because he's been working on Pink Hearts. He was expecting, I would think, an album from Travis Scott, or sorry, a feature on Travis Scott's Utopia album, and that would blow him up a little bit, just like Don Toliver, and then he dropped Pink Hearts, and then he's the newest guy on the scene. Yeah, I heard about Antonio Brown too, with like the fake vaccine card, and he got sold to by one of his teammates, but that's why labels suck. I mean, I don't even know. I feel like SoFaygo would agree to that. No, I mean, if I was SoFaygo, I would wait for the Travis Scott feature or collab, I guess, because it's a SoFaygo feature on Travis Scott's album. But maybe SoFaygo can just drop Pink Hearts and have a Travis Scott feature, and it'll have a similar effect. And then Utopia can drop with a SoFaygo feature on it, and then people will go back to SoFaygo's catalog or the album that he released prior, Pink Hearts, and yeah, it'll have the same effect, you know? But Utopia might turn into a whole lot of red situation, because it was supposed to drop next year, Or even it was supposed to drop this year actually, because he like sent a note to DJs or something. Would I rather sign Cardi or Travis? And shout out Dripped Out Dior for the sub. Cardi or Travis? That's a good question. You already know I like Cardi more. However, do you know how much money Travis Scott has made his label? He signed shoe deals with Nike. He has his own festival. He had a virtual performance of Fortnite that made like $20 million, upwards of that, in a 9-minute performance. What else? His music just is way bigger. Like, if I'm a label, I'm here for the money. I can listen to Playboi Carti still. He can be my favorite artist. But as a label, I'm here for McDonald's. Right. Thank you. Charles. Lucky got more money than Travis. Okay, he's trolling now. He's trolling. What else has Travis Scott done? I feel like he has more collabs. Is McDonald's the only one? And then I guess Nike. There are definitely some other ones. But yeah, Cactus Jack, he has his own label underneath the other label. So yeah, Travis Scott's label is definitely making... I just ran up them bands. If we're talking Ken Carson, he's got a clothing line. He's got his own fucking seltzer. I got the seltzers over there and some in my fridge right now, even though I quit drinking. Not because I had like an issue, but just because I don't like the way drinking makes me feel. I don't like how any drugs make me feel. I like the way I am. You know, the only drug I really fuck with is caffeine. I fuck with perks too, but I don't like to. I don't even remember the last time I took perks, but I just like caffeine. I like things that make me up. You know, like. Woo! But I guess that would include Molly, Coke, all that shit. But I don't really do drugs because drugs are bad. Okay, drugs are bad. Ken Carson or SoFaygo? Ken is my guy. But it depends on what you're asking. If we're talking like who's gonna be bigger, it's gonna be SoFaygo just because he has a more mainstream sound. Whereas Ken is like in his lane, but he owns his lane. I'm wrong? I said Ken, bro. I said Ken. I'm just talking about who's gonna be. I was answering the question a different way. Ken is not gonna be as big as SoFaygo. I'm sorry to tell you, but sorry. Ken has like he owns his lane, and I personally like Ken Carson's music more. But SoFaygo, you know, he's already like up. He's already up. You can relate SoFaygo like to who they signed to. Ken Carson signed to Playboi Carti. SoFaygo signed to Travis Scott. Travis Scott is a bigger artist than Playboi Carti. And they're like in similar lanes respective to who they signed to. So you can expect SoFaygo to be bigger than Ken Carson. But just like how I like Playboi Carti's music more than Travis Scott, I like Ken Carson's music more than SoFaygo. Travis is slowly declining. I mean, we'll have to see. Utopia was going to be that album that determined, like, it's kind of... Because Astroworld blew him up. And then he was dating, like, Kylie. Sicko Mode was, like, went crazy. Highest in the Room went crazy. It was number 1. Then he did the Scots with Kid Cudi. That was number 1. Escape Plan was potentially going to go number 1. But then, you know... what did Escape Plan do? We got to look that shit up. Travis Scott Escape Plan chart history, Billboard. Because Escape Plan dropped like 2 days before the Astrofest tragedy. So I feel like that would affect things at least a little bit, you know? Let's see. The Hot 100, Billboard Hot 100. Now let's look for, what was the song? Escape Plan. Okay, so Escape Plan went to number 11. Not bad. It might even still be going up. Let's check. The Hot 100 review chart. 11. Where's Escape Plan, bruh? Mariah Carey's coming in hot. You already know that. Oh, shit. Okay, so Travis Scott, Escape Plan is already dropping off Billboard. It's at number 97. Oh, God. So that didn't end up being like sicko mode. But still, it reached number 11, which isn't bad. But again, with the circumstances, like, what do you expect? Of course, nobody's going to be hyping up or promoting this song to the oblivion like Highest in the Room was. He's not going to drop a music video because then people are going to just like hate comment on it. He actually, right now would be the time to drop a music video because YouTube took off dislikes. So like, you know, it wouldn't look as bad as it did. That's not bad, not good, because the thing about Travis Scott supposed to be huge. That's true. But again, we'll see what happens with Utopia. I think Utopia will be big. I don't know if it's possible to sell more than Astro World did, because I believe Astro World sold like 500K total. 250K was merch bundles. 250K was like streaming. So with the new merch bundle rules, that means right now, if he did the same thing, Astro World would sell 250K. But a lot of people are going to compare Utopia sales to Astrofest. So maybe he's like trying to plan out like, how the fuck do I beat 500K without merch bundles, bro? He sold 250,000 t-shirts. That is crazy. Imagine how much money that is. That you make more money on that than the fucking music. Utopia release date prediction, he just took it off of his bio, so that shit ain't coming out anytime soon. I wouldn't even expect it 2022. 2023 is a good release date prediction. Escape Plan had a music video, are you sure? I thought it had like the Spotify promotional video, not necessarily a music video. If I can only listen to one of them, Uzi or Cardi. That's a good question. I feel like Uzi, if I had to pick one, shit. Uzi's just more versatile. Like he has more moods than Cardi does, but my main mood is like just bouncy, like up tempo, let's fucking go. Like I'm a man, you know, let's go do some shit. So that's why I like Cardi, but for the rest of my life, I don't know, maybe I get depressed. Maybe I need some Uzi in my life where Cardi doesn't speak to that type of emotion, you know? And Uzi just has way bigger of a catalog. Yeah, Cardi doesn't drop enough. He doesn't have enough music to supply me unless we talking leaks. But then again, I mean, you know. If Travis Scott gets completely canceled, it's gonna be one of the biggest wasted potential. I think he's past the cancellation phase. The cancellation didn't even work. He's not getting sued. He's probably just gonna settle with the families, even though the victims aren't accepting the money. His streams went up, but then again, and that could have just been because of Astro World, similar to like the Whole Lotta Red tour, Narcissus tour effect, where like his Cardi's streams went up because the performances were going crazy. So more people were checking out Travis Scott after like the news broke out. Publicity, bad publicity is good publicity. It had a music video after Astrofest. People were making from the stuff that happened in it. Damn. Hopefully they do not use footage from Astrofest in that music video. That would be not good. How do I feel about artists like Kendrick dropping 4 to 5 years? I don't like it. In today's world, shit moves so fast that people forget. But I mean, Kendrick is the exclusion from that. He drops albums that pave the way for everybody else, so nobody forgets about Kendrick because it makes such a movement. But most artists, you know, they can't create albums like that. So if they're not dropping every year, then I'll just forget about them. And it's hard to get me back into something, especially when music changes so fast. Like we're on Rage Beats now. What is it going to be next year? Plug and B from what Trippie Redd's doing. Is that going to influence the mainstream? Like, I don't know. Kendrick will get streams though. Kendrick, no doubt.